Okay, quick update on today's performance. What is today? Thursday, December 27th, 2018. And today marks the 1 month since I've started this. I believe my first day trading on this new adventure was on November 27th. So, how time flies. But here we are. And today was a pretty good day. Didn't start out so great. Let's see, it was actually my best performance day that I've had yet so far, and started out through about 6 trades, 5 ticks away from my 50 tick loss limit, to end up 57 ticks over. So pretty crazy swing. My last journal I talked about a problem that I had with my trading dome on adding 2 lots, and of course it's user error. It always is. It's not like this stuff magically happens, but somehow my dome was clicked on and it had clicked onto this number 2. So any trades that I enter, I'm entering at so when I entered that first trade in the morning, I hit that for 2, and I stuck with it. When I can't really say, I don't know if I should have, that's not part of my plan, and it's not part of my trade management, so I'm doubling my risk. So I probably should have just exited the trade. And what happened is I ended up taking a 23 tick, and it slipped me 3 as well, so that's not really very accurate. It's not accurate because it realistically should be 20, but that's what you get on demo. So my performance is actually 3 ticks better than this as well. And you can see on this break even as well, it always slips. You always get some slippage. And not to say that slippage doesn't happen on live accounts, but the way that I generally have my rusting orders in place already, I'm in the queue for the orders that are in the book. So unless there's just a very, very quick news event or something like that, crude is it's a liquid product, so to experience that kind of slippage is not very realistic. So I guess this would be about plus 61 would be with the extra 3, and I am going to take that because my stop was a 10 tick stop on 2 lots, so that would be 20 instead of 23. So I feel good about what I did. That's unfortunate that I took that first 20 before, 20 minutes before the pit session even started, and then to take, the other losses are small and definitely manageable. They just didn't work out like I had hoped. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show what the market looked like. And today it looked like it was just going to be a very stuck in value day. We had all of this sideways trade in this very, very thick profile here, up until, you can't see everything from here to the left. So it was just back and forth bouncing. So when I'm looking at this, my expectation and my plan until we break out of this range is to play and trade kind of some outside in trades. So that means any trades that kind of I'm looking to fade the edges of value back in. And we can see pretty quickly that price here at 6:30, before the market even opened, came up and tested the overnight high. So at that point, and it did it, fairly orderly, came right up to this untested low here. So I'm watching this at that point to go and start to find a short. 642, you can see though, is that what I ended up doing is I actually was on the long side. And let's see let's just get a quick, I'm not going to go through all of my trades here, but so after that, what's interesting about that as I talk about it as I'm narrating it and saying I should have been looking at the failure of that to look to the only to the short side, and here I am taking trades trying to get long to push. I assume to push out and above and to continue that move. So 642, it's about right here after this low. So also, most likely what I saw is I probably saw some kind of absorption that I thought looked like absorption to me, and that prices were likely to go back up and test that upper side. That was the plan anyway. That was the trade. That was the setup most likely. And until I get to that, 642 is going to be right about here. So that's in this area here. So somewhere in here, kind of pushing back into this balance, this little zone where the break came from. And I ended up taking 642. So back in here, just in this little area down there, ended up getting taken out for a full 10 tick loss. And then at that point, I tried again for another 8 tick loser at 7:45, so almost a full hour later. So probably somewhere in here. Yeah, after this. So kind of failing, trying to test down into this volume, which looks pretty decent, of a decent try here, so just not great timing. 747. I should see if we can get that here. 747 would be, let's look on the footprint here. That's about right here. So this looks like it actually was a decent trade. I looked for, so we can see this absorption area here. 746 to take a, so right in here somehow I still took a 8 tick loss, and I was only in it for a minute, which unfortunately looks like that would have been a decent trade. Probably, it's possible that I entered somewhere in here, 745, 746. So this really looks actually pretty decent for a trade up into here. But anyway, it didn't happen, didn't work out. So had a few, then at that point I had a few shorts, 754, 812. And also looks like those were decent tries, but just couldn't get anything going. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of the trades. I need to get to bed anyway. It's already getting pretty late. And but overall, you know, good result. I really focused on trying to stay in for some smaller, longer targets, and that ended up paying off fairly well. And more of kind of some traditional failures of price. That's generally how I was more used to trading. And you can see here, after we failed this low here, my expectation, and this was setting up for a very nice, what I call kind of a cascade of stops. So you have all of these untested highs here, and always looking for where is the liquidity at, and there's going to be a lot of liquidity above these highs here, eventually to go back and all the way through here. And this is the last failure, that was this untested high here, because this failed here. So my target would have been eventually 45.80 all the way up there. And I took it off a little early, but as you can see, as price worked its way, I was in through here. This is a perfect, beautiful trade, exactly to meet expectations. And what happens, you can see, after we finally break out through these tops, you get these kind of nice big push moves. And right here, I even have this. I didn't add these these was all marked before. And you see exactly where price came. 45.70. So 45.80, almost to the tick. I took that off. Well, you can see and I left quite a bit on the table, but I took it off 57, so that was only about 27 ticks. I entered at 53 was my entry price. So right, I was down right around here. Or excuse me, not quite there. 832. Way back here. I'm just describing a trade that I wasn't even talking about. I'm really tired, delusional almost. So this is the same concept though. This is the trade that I was talking about, this failure here. So the expectation is to come up and push up above these and take out these highs. So my target here was this untested high here at 70.69. So I took off from 53 all the way up to almost 70. And then another really nice winner at 10.34. That was the one that I'm telling you about, I believe. No, that's this one here. 10.34, this one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not even probably making sense. I'm so tired. But anyway, looking forward to tomorrow and onward and upward, and I'm gonna keep at